And there you go. I have 2 recipes here, which I have plugged out from this PDF document here. And I have also previously downloaded 2 images, which I will take it from my computer and organize it in this folder. And I'm gonna name the folder, I'm gonna name the recipe and the images with the same name accordingly. So it's just easier for me to find and not mix up my images with my recipes. So you can keep repeating these steps and put in as many recipes as you want. Once I've done that, I want to insert these recipes into my cookbook. So you can open up my cookbook. As per your package download, there were 5 examples of recipes, and I would like to add in a 6 and a 7. So as per your download with this package, it comes with document where there are 5 examples of recipes included, and subsequently I would like to add a 6 and a 7 recipe as what I've prepared here. To show you how I designed this from scratch. Now either you can just copy and paste from my document, copy by highlighting this whole thing, this whole page. Click your cursor here and paste. No, that's not right. So I'll click, select this again, select this whole thing, right click to copy, insert my cursor here, right click to paste, and there you have, I have copied my recipe 5 here with the same style and the same layout. And what I'm going to do next is just change the title according to the recipe 6. So I'll open up my recipe 6, copy the title, select, and I'm gonna highlight this area and paste it here. So it immediately takes the same fonts according to what was here on this document. Now that's the whole reason why we pasted it in a notepad in the first place. So I'm going to change all this information, and I'm going to leave the basics like the ingredients, the word directions, and this part here is going to be changed. Same thing, go to your notepad, copy the ingredients, select it all, copy, go to your document, highlight this area, highlight the whole thing, highlight all the ingredients, and paste. Okay, just to make it look better, I'm going to space it down by entering on my keyboard, enter, enter, just to make it look more centralized. Directions, I will copy the directions here, Same thing, copy it, highlight this, highlight. It's not working. Highlight this and paste. Okay, I'm just gonna move this down, this content down, so that it's at the center of this column to make it look nicer. So I'm gonna insert my cursor up here and enter, 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 enter all the way until I feel that it looks good where it is. And I want to change this content here as well. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to add in something, or I could just leave it blank. I'm just going to put in something interesting like to spice up your milkshake. Add cinnamon powder. Add a dash of cinnamon powder, or sprinkle chocolate cinnamon powder, or add chocolate sprinkles and that the kids would surely love. Okay, and then I'm going to add in the preparation time. I'm going to change the preparation time. I am assuming this would take 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Just put that in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Ready in 10 minutes. And this would serve 1. There you go. That's how I have revised the recipe 6. And I need to change this picture now, so click on it to select it. Okay, just like this, just click on it and you can see all these markers come up at its corner. That means it's selected. And then I'm going to go to insert right up here on my menu, go to insert, click on picture, and I'm going to select the image which I have downloaded in my folder, which says recipe 6. Okay, this is the actual size. In order to resize it, just go to any one of the corners and I'm going to resize it like so. Just drag it. There you go. As you drag it, this column will just automatically move. Okay, just do that again to show you what I mean. So I'm going to increase the size and you can see the column just expands by itself. Reduce the size and the column reduces by itself. So this is just a sample image. Okay, like I said, you can see the watermark over here because I haven't purchased it. So what you need to do is get your own images either by downloading royalty-free images, which are for cheap, um, from the websites I've shown you before, or you can take your own pictures, and save the money altogether and just insert them like that. Just going to adjust this text so that it moves up a little bit. So I'll just backspace this to make it look like so. I'm gonna zoom out just to show you how it looks. Just go to view, and I am going to select two pages view. So I'm just gonna click on two pages right here. Now why I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that the image here is not going to vary from the size of the previous recipe, so that it all looks uniform. So I'm going to click on this image again. As you can see, it is way too big. I am going to reduce the size by dragging it again, and as you can see, the size has been reduced. I'm going to put my cursor right here and space this down a bit so that it looks better. Okay, so I've deliberately adjusted it, opened my document into selected a two-page view so that I can adjust it accordingly, so that they all look like the same size with the same spacing. That's how you do it. Okay, I'm gonna add in recipe 7. I'm gonna show you how to do this from scratch without following this layout, as I believe that would come in useful. So to add in recipe 7, I am going to put my cursor here, and I'm going to type in recipe 7. Okay, I can insert a page break here. Insert, click your cursor after recipe 7, go to insert at the top of your menu, and click on page break. Okay, as you can see, the glossary is gone over to the next page. Okay, I'm just adjusting it by backspacing it and centralizing it. Okay, so I'll just leave this as it is right now and come back to recipe 7. Okay, so I want to create same thing. Okay, I want to create two columns like this. So I'm gonna go to recipe 7 where my cursor is. I'm gonna enter, so that my cursor is down here. Now this is where I want to insert the table. Okay, I want to insert a table so that the layout would look like this. Okay, nice and neat. I mean, this is something which I've designed myself, so if you would like it to look in a different way, you can always do your own thing. I'm just going to show you how to insert a table. So I'm going to go to insert and click on table. As you can see, there are many boxes here. What you do is, as you scroll your mouse over the boxes, it's asking you how many you would like to insert, and you can see as I'm doing this, you can see the visual actually popping out on the document itself. So if I select 4 boxes, you can see that it has opened up 4 boxes below recipe 7. If I only highlight 2 boxes, it shows me only 2 boxes. So what I want is 2 boxes. I am going to highlight 2 boxes like this and just click once. Okay. Now that I've done that, let's say I want this information to go in here. Okay, I want to insert ingredients and the directions in the left column. What I need to do is copy my recipe. So I would go to my recipe 7. Okay. Okay, my recipe 7 was about a banana milkshake. So let's just put in the title, banana milkshake. And then I want to insert the content of ingredients and directions into the left column. I will go to my recipe 7, which I've already prepared in a notepad. I'm going to select the ingredients like so, right click, copy, click in the left column right here, click your cursor in it, and then right click and paste. See, as I paste my content in here, the column gradually just expands. You don't need to do anything, it just expands. If I want to expand more, I'll just enter on my keyboard like so. Enter, enter, enter. And next, I want to insert the directions. So once again, I'll go to my recipe and copy the content for my directions. Copy. Click my cursor in here where I want the copy to go. Right click and paste. As you can see, okay, I'm just going to enlarge this again so that you can see properly what I've done. So I go to view at the top menu and I click on one page. And then I click on 100% so that you can see exactly what I've done. Recipe 7, there you go. Okay, so I'm just gonna space this out properly. Okay, just space it out properly as so that my box expands. Yeah, the column box here expands. So I'm gonna add in a subtitle here called ingredients, and this one I'm gonna name it directions. Okay, I'm gonna enter my cursor at the end here and enter, enter, enter so that the box expands again. Okay, next I am going to add in a little note here on the right column. So you just click your cursor in this right column. And I want to centralize it like recipe 6. So I am going to put in here, go to home on your menu and click centralize here at this little button here. I'm going to select this button, and then I'm going to add in my text. For example, this is a universal, this is an all-time favorite milkshake recipe. Great for the whole family, for example. Okay, enter my cursor downwards, enter, 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 and I'm going to insert, go up to menu, next to home, you will see insert, click on insert, go to picture, click on picture, and put in recipe 7, the image which you have prepared for recipe 7. So I'm going to select that and just click insert. Okay, so it's huge, as you can see. I am just going to reduce the size by dragging it from the corner. Okay, now move your cursor and click your cursor at the end of the image and enter, enter, enter. Okay, move back the cursor up and go to my recipe. Okay, I don't have the preparation time here, so I am going to add my own preparation time. I'll just go back to recipe 6, and I'm going to highlight this, right click, copy, insert my cursor here, and paste. Okay, I'm going to leave the prep time and the cook time the same, which it should be. It's a milkshake, just like recipe 6. Now, this looks a little bit messy, so don't try to create an individual layout for each recipe. You should just stick to one layout which you have created and just copy the layout and paste it for every page that you want to produce a recipe, so that it will all look the same. So I can't really see if I keep scrolling up and down like this. So in order for me to know that it all looks unison and in a uniform order, I will go to view at the top here on menu, go to view, click on view, and I'm going to click on 2 pages. Okay, so you can see recipe 5 looks in uniform with recipe 6, and of course recipe 7 doesn't quite look the same. Okay, that's because I custom make that to show you exactly how to insert the tables. Okay, let's go back to 100% view. Just gonna go back up to view at the menu and click on 100%. Now I'm gonna show you how to change the color of the borders. You see this 2-column table border right here. This is what you call a table in the first place, and these are the borders. The borders are in black. Now I want to change the border color, for example. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to select, which means I'm going to highlight this whole table like this, and as you can see, this means that this whole table is highlighted. Okay, once you've highlighted it with your cursor with your mouse. Now you right click and you'd see right here at the end of your options, table properties. Click on that. And click on borders and shading. Now, at the side here, you can see the first, here's a list of settings which you can select, and you can just play around with it. Okay, nothing will go wrong. Just experiment on how you'd like to customize your page. Now, for example, the one which I'm using right now is this one, which it's already highlighted. I haven't done anything. It's already highlighted like this. Now, if I do not want any borders, I can just select none. See, now it highlights this one. Here's the preview here. See, when I've selected none, it shows no more borders. Now, if I want it to be boxed up, I'll just select the second one, box, which means it's only going to be a box and there's not going to be a line in the middle. So if I click OK, click OK again, as you can see, it looks like a box. There's no line in the middle. So this is not what I wanted it to look like. I wanted it to have a line in the middle. So I'm just going to this corner right here, and I'm going to select this table again, right click, click on table properties, go to borders and shading, and select all, which gives me a line in the middle. Click OK. Alright, before that, I wanted to change the color. I wanted to change the color to red. I'll just go to shading. Okay, before I do that, now you can select the style of the borders. I mean, you can select the line like this. Here's a dotted line, here's a thicker dotted line. So you can pretty much have these as options to how you want the table border to look like. And here is where I select the color. So right now it's automated. By default it's in black. As you can see, when I click on this drop down menu, it allows me to select a border color. Now I'm going to select this red, for example. I'll just click on this. There you go, and it shows me a preview of how it's going to look like. If I'm satisfied, I can even increase the width of my border. So you just click on the drop down box here, and it will allow you to choose the thickness of your border. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the border size like this, so I'm just gonna click OK. And click OK again, and there you go. I'm just going to go back to view, the top menu, select view again, and I'm going to select 2 pages so that I can do a little bit of comparison here and have a look from. Okay, it's not really uniform, so I want to make it look the same. I am going to copy this ingredients, right click, copy this word, and I'm going to highlight this one and paste it here so that it looks the same. Now this one is centralized, the ingredients. Information is centralized, so I want to centralize it as well. Now again, what I'm doing here, just click this. What I'm doing here is manually adjusting the layout. In order for your recipes to look uniform, you should copy and paste the recipe and then modify the information. See, directions. I'll just highlight it from recipe 6, copy, and I'll highlight this one here and paste. And then I will centralize this. Centralize. And the directions, I want to keep it like that. Yeah, that's fine. So this looks a little bit odd. What I'm going to do is just click my cursor here because the box looks a little bit small with all this space at the bottom right here. I want them all to look like this, like recipe 5 and 6. So I am going to insert my cursor here at the beginning of ingredients and click enter, 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 enter. Click my cursor at the bottom after the directions and enter, 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 enter until the table expands, like so. Okay, I'm going to adjust this part as well. Click my cursor at the top here and click enter, 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 enter. And that's how you click this down some more, enter, enter. Oops, too much. So if this overflows, like this table, if it runs into the next page, all you need to do is click your cursor at the bottom and backspace, 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 like so. Just backspace, backspace. So you want it to expand, just click enter, 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 enter. So it's entered a little bit too much and the glossary is fallen down to the next page. What you need to do is backspace and glossary would be back up here.